Hey guys, Carly here with WePrintWraps. I'm going to teach you a quick little tip right now about how to bring a photo into Adobe Illustrator and scale it so you can start designing a vehicle wrap on it. So as you see, I got the photo already in my program. I just dragged and dropped it in. I had already taken it into Photoshop and kind of just cropped it and leveled it out. What's really important here is that you want to make sure the body lines are straight. See where I drew this line? I'm going to go ahead and put a color on it. You can see that it's kind of even here with this body line on the truck. The bottom of the truck's pretty straight. So I just already took the photo, cropped, and leveled it out. So next step, I just, drag this photo in, so it's definitely not to scale. So I'm going to go in and, well, first what I did is I went outside and I took a measuring tape and I physically measured this vehicle. So I just grabbed a couple of measurements. I grabbed the door. So when I measured from here to here, straight across, where I just drew my box. And I got the measurement 48.25 inches. So, and then for the height of the truck, I actually measured from here all the way to here down in the bottom. So I kind of just drew a nice little rectangle square thing around the area that I measured. So now to scale it, I'm going to go ahead and select the box and the image, and I'm going to right click on my mouse. I'm going to go make clipping mask. So up here at the top of the page, it's saying, oh, well, it's pretty close to the actual scale. 48, I like to do things at a 10% scale, so then the file is not super large and then my artboard doesn't get full. So it's like right now it's 4.8. 148 by 5.51. That's not, so if I go to scale it to select the box, I'm going to go ahead and lock it to start, but do 40. So my measurement was 48.25, so I'm going to go 4.8. So you just move the decimal point one place to get a 10% scale. So instead of 48, it's 4.8, but 25. So 25 after. So now it's going to scale it to that. And then the height right now it's saying is 55, and the reason it says that is because a vehicle is curved. It's not a complete flat surface like a box truck or something else you might be wrapping. So I normally go and I unlock my measurement link, and I'm going to go ahead and change that to 5.959 because I know that's what it is. There's still like a little bit of wrap around the top, like about an inch or two. So, but just so we get the vehicle kind of scaled to more accurate to what I'm going to be designing. So I'm going to go ahead and right click and hit release clipping mask. And there we go. So it warped the image a little bit. As you can tell, it looks a little tall and funny, but it'll help you get a better idea of the vehicle and the size. So this isn't the most accurate way. For example, I measured the bedside on the truck from the bedside to the tail light, which I got the measurement of 62.5 inches. So I got this rectangle and it's saying it's actually 60.2 inches long, which I know is not correct because I took the physical measurement, but it's just best when you get the physical measurements when you're designing, you know what your range is. So at least I know if I keep it in this area, like certain text and stuff, it's not going to get cut off by the tail light. So there you go. That's how you do it. And then my next step, I usually lock my layer down here on the bottom right, create a new layer, and then I will start tracing my vehicle. So I just start with the pen tool where's my pen tool? I literally just had it up here at the top left pen tool. Click that, start making my points, start tracing the vehicle to the outside. Just take some time. You can make it as good and detailed as you want it. If you're in a hurry and you kind of just need to get the outline of the truck to make sure something's going to fit, the design's not too detailed, then you might just start clicking like this and getting a little sloppy and trace the vehicle opposed to like really caring what you're doing. But if you're going to be showing to a customer and you want it to look nice, then go ahead and So this side of the vehicle looks really nice, but on this other side it got a little sloppy. Well, I know you guys don't want to see me trace the whole thing, 'cause it's going to take a little bit of time. But another quick tip, so like I got the outside of the vehicle. Now I want to subtract the windows because we're not going to be wrapping that. I'm just going to kind of show you how you do that. I'm going to go ahead and trace the area that I don't want next. So I normally do the outside of the vehicle. I'm going to say I just don't want this back window. And then I'm going to turn them both like this to fills, and I'm going to go ahead and select the window just so you can see and change it to a different color. So I want to subtract that window from this object. So I'm going to go ahead, and on my right side of my workspace I have my Pathfinder tool, which I use very often. If you can't find it, you're going to go to Window and go down to Pathfinder, and it'll pop up the little Pathfinder window for you, and you can do this. So if I go over here to the right side, and so there's Unite is the first one. The next one is minus front. So I want to subtract this object from the back object. So I'm going to select both objects, and I'm going to go hit minus front. Boom. Now the window's gone. So there's the basics on getting started on making a template from an image. If you don't happen to have templates, this is the way I started designing vehicle wraps, because we didn't have templates, and then now that I have access to templates, I just use them. But it's always best to get physical measurements. You just always want to be safe. Even when I'm using a template, I will if the vehicle's available, I'll measure it just to make sure things are going to fit the right way, and when I'm outputting the wrap for print, it has enough bleed. Alright, well that's all I got for you today. Have a good one.